Hi there, my name is Gabriel, SEO Manager at Hike SEO, and in this video, we'll be talking about duplicate content and canonicalization. So let's dive in. So what you'll learn in this video is what duplicate content is all about, why Google doesn't like it, and how to prevent duplicate content from happening, and everything explained about what canonicalization is all about. So what is duplicate content? Well, as the name suggests, it's content that's duplicated. It's the content that is exactly the same. Basically, it's multiple web pages that have content which is exactly the same, highly similar, or focused around the exact same topic. So why does Google and other search engines not like this? Firstly, it creates a poor user experience. Imagine going to a website and you have 10 pages talking about the exact same topic, or 5 pages with exactly the same text on there. It just makes you frustrated and makes you wonder, where is all the unique, valuable content? It creates a poor experience for you at the end of the day. And that's what Google is trying to prevent. So sites with duplicate content are ranked lower and can be at times penalized if this happens over and over again. Without any sort of canonicalization, it creates conflicts also in the search engines. So one of the other reasons is it splits the link equity. So link equity is the authority, the link juice flowing from external websites to your website. So the link equity, the authority, in other words, is split among multiple pages. So if you have multiple pages about the same topic or targeting the same keyword, it splits those links. You might have different links on each one. It splits that across each one of them, so it dilutes the possible strength of just having one page about that topic with all those backlinks pointing there. So this makes it harder to achieve high rankings in the search engines because you have less links and less authorities, less page authority on that one page. And finally, it makes it difficult for search engines to determine which version of the content should be displayed in the search results. Let's say you have 3 pages and you're talking about how to get better rankings. That's the topic. But you have 3 different pages about it and they're really, really similar. So when Google crawls your website, it looks at those pages and say, okay, for how to get better rankings, which page should I return in the search results? Is it page A, page B, or page C? You'll get confused. So either it will display all 3, but swap between them, and that's called keyword cannibalization, or it may not display one of them or both of them or whatnot. So some weird phenomena can occur in the search results. So with canonicalization, it gets rid of that problem, which we'll learn later in this video. So how do you prevent duplicate content? Here are 5 tips, and we'll go through each in more depth in this video. Number 1, choose one unique focus topic per page. Number 2 is to check the URL structure, the SSL, and the subdomains. Number 3, always write unique content. Number 4, 301 redirect old pages to new ones. And number 5, use canonical tags for duplicate pages. So let's dive in to each one of them to explore how we can do this. So number 1, the one topic, one page rule is very important. So here's a wrong example. So let's say you're writing about house buying and you have basically 4 different pages. One page targeting a keyword buying a house, another page targeting a keyword tips to buy a house, another page targeting how to buy a house, and another page talking about house buying guide. Now they're all very, very similar because they're all about house buying or buying a house. So that's the main topic. So ideally, so what happens is you basically have 3 or 4 pages talking about the same thing. So a correct example would be having the house buying, but choosing one of those keywords and then having secondary keywords backing it up. So for example, a single page, an authoritative page about house buying, and you can sprinkle in those secondary keywords within that copy. Number 2 is to check the URL structure, the SSL, and the subdomains. So you want to check if the same or similar content exists on different URLs. For example, /page-a, and if that contains the same content as /page-a/ with a trailing slash, or with page filter A, it doesn't matter really what the content is. If the URL is different, it means that there are duplicate content issues, because Google and other search engines see as each unique URL is a unique page, whether it appears or not to the user. Now, the second phenomena can occur with HTTP versus HTTPS. So basically having SSL. So you could have a version of your website loading just normal HTTP pages, as well as loading the SSL secured pages. So if both pages load at the same time, that means there's duplicate content. There's one page with and one page without the SSL, and that creates duplicate content. There's another situation where your website may load with or without the www. So it could be just https website.com, or it could be https www.website.com. Again, to the user, it may not appear any different, but to search engines, these are two different pages with exactly the same content. Same thing can occur with subdomains. So let's say you have a page that talks about a content, a specific topic, and then you copy that page, but you use it on the main root domain. So if you have a blog and you also put that same content on your main domain, duplicate content occurs again. And that happens with subdomains. Number 3 is to write unique content. This is very important. So the do's, so write unique content, rewrite and paraphrase. So if you're going to use inspiration from other articles or whatnot, always rewrite it, always paraphrase. If you're going to reuse some of your old articles, rewrite it, paraphrase it. Reference the sources where you got that information from. That's really key. And it comes down to the factors that actually Google looks into, especially from a context perspective and an authority, an expert point of view. It does look where you're getting your information from. Now, don't copy and paste existing content. Even though it's the easiest thing to do, it can actually hurt your SEO results. And don't use machine-generated content as is. Even if it says it's 100% unique, and even if you copyscape, check it, and everything, it's just more natural and organic to rewrite it yourself or to write it in a way that's very human rather than machine-generated, because typically those structures have very rigid or have very specific ways of writing it, and eventually it will be the case that there's software that actually detects AI content that has been written. So it's always a good idea to use that as a starting point and framework to then generate and create your own unique content from. Number 4 is 301 redirect old pages. So if you're retiring or deleting an old page or URL, it's really important to have a 301 or permanent redirect to the new page. Otherwise, if you still have the old page and you have the new page, that's duplicate content. So you want to retire the old one so there's just one version existing. Even if the URL is different, doesn't matter. You want to make sure there's only one version existing. And number 5, use canonical tags. So canonical is the single page out of a set of duplicate pages that is designated as the page to be returned in search results. So here's an example of the snippet that would go in the head tag of that page. So it's link rel equals canonical, and then the page that is the canonical. So for example, in this case, example.com is the canonical. So if you have page A, B, and C, and page A is the canonical, then on page A, you'd have page A as the canonical. On page B, you'd have page A as a canonical. And page C, you'd have page A as a canonical. So all of them point to that one page. A canonical, as you can see, is basically showing here page B as the one to be returned in search results. So A, C, and D are all pointing to B as the canonical, and B self-references itself. So B is pointing to itself as the canonical. And then Google, other search engines, will take that and return B as that canonical for that topic. So thank you so much for listening. And if you have any questions about duplicate content or canonicalization, do let me know in the comments below, and I'll get back to you soon. All right, have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video.